Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot and your Daily Dust. This is for Friday, June 24th. Love 6 and 24 goes down to 6, and it's a love number, and it's one of my favorite numbers, and it's also the planetary alignment. So I thought it wouldn't be appropriate to just use any old deck, so I brought out the Starman Tarot. It's a David Bowie tarot deck. So my daughter gave this to me. Really cool deck. And it's got like this lightning bolts. And then it slides out. Up. And then there's this big Starman book. And then a pretty large deck too. All right, so we'll shuffle this. Use the the Moonchild Tarot yesterday, and I just feel like there's this cosmic message wanting to come out, and I don't want to interrupt that flow. So I feel like the Starman is a good choice. Okay, alrighty, so let's see what we have. Ooh, the Prince of Swords. Wow, kind of looks like the Crow. He's kind of edgy, hot. Let's see what else we have. We have the Three of Swords. Alright, we'll dive into this and see what's going on here. And the Queen of Pentacles. Alright, let's take a good look and zoom in a little bit. So mostly what we have is two people. You could be represented by both people, or it could be you and a counterpart. But the real question is, what's going on in this Three of Swords? It's quite a lot of different symbology. So we have the heart. We have a figure that looks like a man and woman's figure, and then there's the man sitting down, kind of in a depressed energy, question mark. We have the birds of prey, but eagle also makes me think of rising above and the truth, and kind of feels like that aquatic mask that you wear, not we wear, but you know, or also kind of sort of like astronaut, alien. And then we have the swords and the feather. So let me feel what this, because I don't feel like this is a typical broken hearts message, but it could be. It's just, I want to give you a good answer. I want to give you the right energy to this. I feel a little Edward Scissorhands here. So one of the things I picked up is somebody, when they take action, it's almost like they're cutting them. Their action inflicts wounds on them as well. Okay, so one of the messages here is, I'm sorry that I do this to you, but it's hurting me as well. Okay, so one message out there, and let's see if we can get any positivity out this. So first of all, this represents a street artist, and he is depicting his feelings through his art. So that's definitely a positive thing, because no matter what you're going through, happy or sad, you can use that energy to create something. And some of the most beautiful songs out there have been created by angst and sorrow and the blues, the whole genre of the blues. Just a lot of music out there. One artist that comes to mind is Adele. Like that hit album that she created came from all this heartache, So the other symbol that's really interesting is the hawk, which represents freedom, the possibility of hope and freedom in a situation. So there's a lot of emotions going on in this energy. Also, I also, and look, we have a bird over here. I also feel like the energy is a one of protection, because the Queen of Pentacles looks very beautiful, very content. Her garden is warm. She's got DNA strands. Like, it's almost like he is taking the brunt of it to protect her. It feels like that's what it is to me. And often the swords energy, this suit of swords and the royal cards of the swords have to do, it was like, say for instance, the King of Swords has to do with this sort of a protective energy, this almost defensive, and it's generally a defense of himself. But since we have a prince here, I feel like with this younger, more energetic energy, this hero energy, I feel like he's taking the brunt of this to protect his queen. So yeah, interesting mix of pinks here. There is a love communication trying to come through, and so if you're feeling a connection with somebody and it's mostly telepathic, or you just kind of sense it in your heart, but yet you haven't been able to see too much of what they're doing, but they're actually like this, being this human shield against you, protecting you from a negative outside energy source that maybe wants to harm you. I feel that kind of, they're defending your honor, or they're defending you as a person, and they're taking the brunt of it. That's exactly what I'm feeling here. All right, I'm going to top it off with something from the book, but I think this is a situation that can be totally turned around by transforming your vision, like really visualizing the best possible outcome, the best possible scenario, not being sucked into, the upside down, but really pushing through this vibrant, happy energy. The Three of Swords suggests the quality of your life experience is directly proportional to the quality of the questions you ask. And so this is kind of like the Buddha, and he's determined to penetrate the truth, and he's not going to move until he has an answer. And he's trying to get the spiritual understanding of this whole connection. It's a little bit deep, but it's definitely layered. This is a layered message, So definitely try to find yourself where you see yourself in it. But know that things aren't just as simple as you see them on the surface, that there is a lot of layers going on between. And there's a lot of layers in the choices that you make and other people make for you or with you, And so I think it's about being very magnanimous about the whole entire situation, and not reacting in a 3D manner, but trying to really ascend and see from a higher perspective, really trying to get in tune with your 5D self and see why this is playing out in this kind of scene in the 3D. Also, Three of Swords can represent 3D, that it is what we make of it. It is the life that we create for ourselves. And we can create anything. And we can change our sorrow into something beautiful, just like how beautiful songs are created from sad moments, and how the whole genre of blues was created from sad feels, right? And if we can do that, create those moments, transform those moments, we can make a better scenario for ourselves. So also try to see, if you're the feminine here, try to see the masculine's perspective. He's in a protective stance, trying to keep stuff from you and keep this harm from you. But you may never know it because he's being very stoic about it. At the same time, there's a lot that he's doing that he doesn't have to, he can simply change his perspective, but you may have a wonderful perspective, and maybe you are also being a positive influence on him and trying to suggest he create his sorrow, transform his sorrow into light and into creation and to beauty. There you go. There's your positive message with this amazing deck with all these symbols and these layers, and I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie does.